Greetings again from Scouse Farm. The sun is shining, and that's because I'm at Anfield Stadium. And obviously I can't get inside, but I'll do what I can to walk you around the exterior. And it is noisy on a busy road, and people may shout and whatnot when I'm walking past them, but I'll do what I can to keep people's faces out of the video. But I reckon that will be next to impossible. So you can see there we've got the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand, although you can't see it actually because it's difficult to see in red, but there it is on that wall. And behind that, in the distance, you've got the new stand where you can see that like a metal trellis construction from lots of places in the city. And a video I did a while back from outside of a block of flats in Stockbridge Village, you could still see it from there, looking out of the flat window. But unfortunately we've still got quite a few derelict houses again, which is the theme in Liverpool, the supposed housing shortage, where houses like this are left derelict for a long time, and apparently just putting a sticker on the window, well, what was a window, means it's all right, you can leave it empty for ages. That spider there, size of that. I'm not getting too close to him. Wow, that is a beast of a spider. Can't focus on him properly. But anyway, I don't want to scare anyone, even though it's coming up to Halloween, and get sidetracked. But look at this. Let's contrast an iconic international stadium known all over the world, and right outside it, when you drive past, derelict houses. Makes sense to me? Not. So let's get us closer to the basically the church of football for anyone who's a Liverpool fan. This is like a pilgrimage if you've not been here before. For your first ever time, I remember my first ever time was with my uncle. It's actually a funny story. My uncle Danny, rest his soul, God rest his soul, he took me to watch Everton when I was a kid one day, and he got mixed up because Everton were actually playing away. So when we got to Goodison Park, because back in them days, for those who don't know, you could literally just walk up to the gate and pay and go in, because they were never fully occupied. So back in like the 80s, when I was a kid, of basically your first ever type of football match or anything where you go out and you can remember it. So I was like not a teenager, but old enough to remember, so you know, somewhere between 6, 8 or something like that. And he takes me to, he goes, oh well, we'll go and watch Liverpool then because they're playing at home. And he took me in, and Liverpool beat Norwich 1-0. I think, I can't remember who scored, but I do remember being on the cop, and I went, yeah, I like this. So I started supporting Liverpool, and he wasn't best pleased because he was a big Evertonian, and he was trying to get me to support Everton by taking me to watch Everton. And then must have been by divine intervention, God said, no, Everton are going to play away today, so you can go and watch Liverpool. And thank you very much, Uncle Danny. That was what was known in the game as a happy accident. So look at this. It's a gorgeous stadium. Obviously I'm biased, but people from all over the world, they get to watch the football on television, but they never actually get to visit, because for whatever reason they may not be able to leave the country they're in because of financial constraints. Because imagine if you live in Malaysia and New Zealand, places like far afield in Asia or in South America, it's not going to be cheap to come to England and watch a football match. So can you go in there? I'm not sure. I'll go in there and see if I can walk around. But for those who are interested in the layout of the stadium, when you do come, if you are coming to the match and you don't know where you're sitting, just look up to the side there and you'll see all of the seating plans there for where you need to go in and what doors to go in to get to your seats. And I'm going to cross over the road shortly when I get a break in traffic. Should be about now. Whoa. The enemy, a bus. And this bit where I'm going to take you in now, this is the I think it's where the club shop is, if I remember rightly. But I've not been here for quite a while myself, so I don't buy tickets anymore because, well, you really can't get hold of them unless you jump through quite a lot of hoops, become a member and all sorts of stuff. But I used to get tickets off them from a friend who was a friend of one of the players, which was great because we've got good seats in the players' family area, so you get to see a lot of famous people when you're sitting in that little part of the stadium. And yeah, this is the store, and the Cop Bar it's called. And I'll take you up to the great man's statue there. We've got Bill Shankly's statue.
No, not here, round the corner. Okay. You see the big sign, stadium tour. Go to reception there.
And there's a fan there who's come from overseas, who's going to look at the stadium via the stadium tour. And I quite like the no nonsense, which was basically what Bill Shankly was. Bill Shankly, he made the people happy. Nothing further need be said. I'm not going to go on about Liverpool's history, so if you're a Liverpool fan you probably know more than I do, and it's not like there isn't a wealth of information out there, so you can search yourselves, you know the score. Go online, go to a library, pick out a few books, and you'll see everything you need to know about Liverpool as a football club and its heritage and place within the city of Liverpool itself. And this is the Kop stand, the famous spy on Kop. We'll give you a little bit of history because it's linked to the military. For those who don't know, the Kop is named after the spy on Kop, which was a famous battle in the Boer War of the late 1800s. Being a military battle, we learned a bit about that because I'm ex-military myself. And it was said that some of their soldiers, before they went to take this hill, which was known as the spy on Kop, they went, look at the size of that, it's like the spy on Kop, or it is the spy on Kop. And then when all of the Liverpool fans in like the 60s, when they were packed tight into the Kop, it was just brilliant. There were so many people in there, like it moved like a wave, like it had a tide. So when Liverpool scored, they'd all rush to the front, and then once they calmed down, they all moved back into position again. And that was, someone once said, I don't know who it was, said, oh, look up there at the Kop, it's like the spy on Kop. Or look up there at the stand, it's like the spy on Kop. So that's the reference. And if you want to come to Anfield to do a stadium tour, this is the door you go through now that I'm about to show you, near turnstile block A for Alpha. And if you want to go and pay for a stadium tour, that's the door you go through. You don't realise how massive and tall it is till you come back here. And you can see there we've got this is the start of the new scaffolding trellisy thing that goes over the top of that stand. So it's very strange to see as an architectural feature, something like that. And there's a little burger van. Not sure how much they charge for them, but I can smell them. Someone's cooking something around here anyway. And we've got another statue here I'll take you to see. We've got Bob Paisley's one. Let's go and see what it says here. This club has been my life. I'd go out and sweep the street and be proud to do it for Liverpool FC if they asked me to. Bob Paisley. And Bob Paisley, trophy-wise, is the most successful manager in Liverpool's history. Often goes underlooked when people talk about great managers, but this man won a lot. And the Champions Wall, which I hope will be ever expanding. You can see there, we've got such a wonderful history as a football club. And even last year we added another trophy to it because we won the League Cup to make it number 10. And this year, I'm going to go with a prediction. I believe Liverpool will win the league and the Champions League this year. That's my prediction. And that's not from bias, it's just it's a gut feeling, a little bit of spidey sense and a bit of bias. And I'm walking around and keeping people's faces off, but you can, there's so, even just a normal day, this is an early morning in it's not a weekend or anything like that, it's just a normal weekday, and there's so many people from other countries who are walking around in and out having a look at the stadium, which is great. Just shows how much having a good football team can do for the local area, because these people have obviously flown in. They may not landed in Liverpool airport, but they've got to the city somehow, which means they're usually going to be staying in the city. They're going to be eating in local restaurants and bars, going to see things in town as well, other tourist attractions. But the main way, or the main reason they've come to the country is to see this, which is a stadium of a sports team and not some sort of museum or whatever. So this is just, it's just brilliant for the city as a whole. And although it's a Liverpool stadium tour, I do want to give a mention to, you know, the new, I've seen the outside, being interested in architecture as I am. I've been past the new stadium they're building for Everton, and it is fantastic. It looks amazing. So I reckon the fans will be sad to see Goodison go because of the history of Goodison Park, which it's around here somewhere. I can't see it from where I'm standing, but it's only over the other side of Stanley Park, like. But I think they'll be sad to see it go. But that new stadium, as long as they stay in the Premier League, it's just going to be, it'll be a fantastic place to play. And this, I've not been here since they've done this little garden area. So they've actually got us some flowers and plants knocking about, which is great. A little bit more of a wide open space. And the founder, here we go, yeah, that's John Houlding, the founder of Liverpool. Zoom in there and have a little search about the history there if you wish. There'll be a lot of information available online. And some of the houses in this part, they've been redeveloped a bit, as you can see, so they look lovely. That's good. Better than the derelict ones on the way up through the main road. Oh, nearly tripped over there. Wow. Yeah, and this is this big new stand. It does look quite imposing when you come and stand beneath it. I'll just take you up the area around the back and then I'll let you go. It's taking a while, and as you've heard from my longer videos before, my shoulders are killing. I was doing heaves in the park recently as well, so it's not helping. We've got loads of little memoriams to certain players in there. I didn't see that. They're in the floor here. We've got, I think, must be details of fans, and they just look like normal. Maybe people had a chance to get something laid down here to immortalise them as fans, season ticket holders or something. So that's a good idea as well. Look how many of them are dotted around here. That's brilliant. I didn't know that. So yeah, let me walk on a few of these. And Billy Liddell is an old Liverpool striker. So yeah, I like that. When you do redevelop stadiums and things, it's good to remind people of where it actually started, like the people who helped build what it is today, a phenomenal world-class football team. And I'm going to take you past the Hillsborough Memorial now on the way around the back. I think they've moved it around here, but it was round here. So because there's other people looking at it, I won't talk when we get round there. I'll just show you. And if you want to see it, it's by the hospitality lounge entrance there. So you go up them steps. There's a lift round there, but you can go up the steps to the hospitality lounges that way. And I like the fact they've put this little garden area out the back of it. But I'll just be quiet for a second and then I'll walk you up to the wall. And that's where you can see the memorial. But yeah, again, we've got some good plants around there, so it's nice to have a bit of living nature around when you've got such a modern construction. Planting for pollinators at Anfield. There we go. This is more Scouse Farmish, isn't it? And just actually, I'm not going to stay here too long, but I'm interested to read this. So what I'm going to do, I'll just walk up to it a little bit closer, and then if you want to read it, just pause the video and zoom in. That'll do. I'll just move on. And you've seen from a few videos before, I do murals where they're painted on the side of buildings. I've just seen we've got Ian Rush's one here. That's a lovely one, that's brilliant. So look at that. It always amazes me how lifelike and intricate they can make these make these murals on the side of buildings. Oh, some more lovely houses there. If they can redevelop this end, why can't they do the other one? It's bizarre. So they're fantastic then, look at them. Beautiful. And there's the other end of the new metallic structure that goes over the top of the stadium. I thought that was a rainbow then, but it's you know what. And Stanley Park car park is over this way. I'll just walk you out to the back here now, and then I'll stop the video and shake my arms off a bit and go and find a cafe to get a little breakfast. A bit peckish.
David Bailey there, mate.
Oh, it's killing me. 20 minutes I've been holding this like this.
Another one of the sticks.
I know, I need to get one, but I'm tight. I don't want to pay for one yet. But that'll do yous anyway. That's the video. So thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And Scouse Farm, we'll see you all again soon.